Every day I imagine a future where I get 8 hours of sleep and wake up feeling real wasted and I can't think straight. We're back. Yeah, I went back to the headset mic. Um, it I'd rather deal with the tinny recording than deal with the weird hollowness of my other mic. Not sure what's going on there, because that was an AKG Perception 420, which is a really good mic for the budget. So, yeah, we'll figure it out. Real quick, as of recording this, I am at 71 subscribers. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, God, excuse me. Sorry. And just a gentle reminder, once I get to 100, I'm playing Xenogears. And hopefully figuring out this audio delay by then, because it makes me pause a lot, because my voice in my head is like a couple seconds, like a half second behind when I talk. But yeah, I talk about it all the time. Anyway, Doki Doki Litter this game. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes a lot more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel more comfortable to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I got an idea. How about this? Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Oh, it's okay, Yuri. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should all probably start finding activities. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, John? Yeah. Hold on. There's still one problem. I have to shit. You have to shat? Now that we've reached the most important part, the important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind this entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to come by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Blah. I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, John. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against all these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend time every day with these 3 beautiful girls... Right. Okay. I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my god, that's really? You really mean that, John? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really left after all this, I would be super pissed. John, I am so happy. Hold on, let me fix this. Fucking, alright. John, I am so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're truly amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring into the next meeting so that we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. John, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and, of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. All right. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Hell yeah. You've unlocked a special poem. Wait. Yes? Today I cut my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating. I think I understand how feels now. I'm supposed to be the responsible one, though, so I don't think I'll be doing it again, unless I decide to kill myself. I left a memento of the occasion below. Oh. Let's write a poem. Depression. Massacre. Oh. Eternity. Ah, damn it. Variance. Pleasure. Ambient. Judgment. Horror. Hopeless. Misery. Existence. Captive. Yeah, that. Effulgent. Vivid. Fear. Melancholy. Melancholy. Unrestricted. Oh. Oh. Hi, Sayori. Huh. Hi again, John. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Oh. The background is zooming in. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I'll keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh, okay. Thanks for keeping your promise, John. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh! Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Hold on one moment, folks. Sorry about that. I got a call from my mom. She was asking for money, and the background is now tilting as well as zooming. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monika. I don't know if you just plan to come hang out or what, but if you don't take this seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Oh, Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the room. Huh. Monika? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature! Oh, I didn't realize that they are zooming in and tilting at the same time as well. Huh. Except for Monika. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, John. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glare. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might be interested in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. No, tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. If you really don't want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. It's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted to. Yeah. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone is settled in, I expect Monika to kick off some sort of scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Oh. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. Hell yeah. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed you in the first place. But I'm just rereading this. Fuck. But I'm just Oh, her eyes. Oh. Yuri? Yuri, honey. You got a thing. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. That is interesting. I wanted to reread some of it. Oh, okay. Well, good to see you're back to normal. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, I stopped by the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. Hell yeah. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not anything about the limbs. God, Yuri, you just keep getting fucking hotter and hotter. God damn, that's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was gonna be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Oh, this fucking game. Just rubbing it in our face. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, John? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just this kind of story. It's the kind that challenges you to look at life. Fuck, this fucking delay. Yeah, let me get some water. It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When the horrible things happen, it's not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know I have this problem. When I let certain things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body... I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. Let me see if I can read that. Hold on. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Alright, let's see if that came up. Oh, yeah, okay. The text didn't even show up. Huh. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Oh, okay. Yes! I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip in the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just not something I'm very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. All right. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling that is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the... Oh, God. God, it goes so fast. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I didn't really mean to. Sorry, I mean... I want to see if that is in there. Oh. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up against Yuri's. Then I hold my book between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. And once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it a little difficult to turn the page. Here. Hell yeah. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page. Yuri slides it under her thumb and flips it to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting to me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a little distracted for a second. Oh, hold on again. Okay, I'm back. Now I'm doing this thing where I have the headphone only over one ear, and the other ear is free. So it's messing kind of with the mic placement a little bit. So if you hear me adjusting, I'm doing that. Let me get some water. Sorry, I'm drinking beer. Which means my wife isn't around today. I only really drink when she's not around. But, we occasionally drink together. Just whenever she goes away, either with friends or goes to stay at her sister's. That's like my time to let loose a little bit, walk around naked, have some beers, watch some anime, masturbate all over the house. One of those isn't true. Anyway, I glance over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. Oh, she's smiling. It's probably the least I could do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn it on my own volition. We continue to read the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, though, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Oh, God. She did not make that face last time. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling all right? Huh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest, as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. All right, don't push yourself. Oh, wow. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? John? Did something happen just now? Huh? I have no idea. Yuri was just acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, can't say that I do. Are you worried about her? No, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Nah, don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. All right, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start Why don't we start sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Oh, she might be a while, so I figured we'd just get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? Monika. I should start with Monika. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem. And I want her to know that I'm putting in effort. Hi, John. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going on... Fuck. I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, John. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past real soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. Great job, John. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know, Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so I don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. We all just started sharing poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. All right. Thanks, Monika. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. All right. Holden Wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simple poems on flat sheet of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks in my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten really popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some sort of epiphany lately. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous about talking about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand. Go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri. I have a little pinpoint mouth. As Yuri reads my poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Huh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words of the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think it's the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and then they form-fit the two together. And the end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. It's not just finding in them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in this club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, no, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to myself, to herself, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. This last remaining streetlight has... Damn it, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calmly breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Is that different? I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. But it took you so long to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I mean, yeah, the same. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's very descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, John. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you only did glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I didn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? No, it's nothing, really. Yours was impressive, too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, John. Yeah? Me too. Hell yeah. Who should I show my poem to next? Natsuki. John, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort, douchebag. We all start somewhere, right, dickhead? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it, you soon piece of shit. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Not like I'd listen to you anyway, you piece of jackass donkey shit. Well, to each their own, I guess. Well, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Probably. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Not. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Oh, this is John. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. And that's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just being nice. Oh. Is the music freaking out? Well, I thought it was. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and John did too. So based on that, I'll give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Hell yeah, Yuri. Which I haven't yet. You haven't met the real me, Yuri. And John liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Huh? That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that John appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No, if I was full of myself, I would go deliberately out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the ones whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as John started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! Taking out your own insecurities on others like that? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wanna-be edgy bitch! Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle's too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? That just proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If I wanted to prove anything, if you wanted to stop, if you wanted to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. Do you think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong in your head? Yeah, go on. Let John hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me as if she noticed I was standing here. John, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. How did I get dragged? Oh, Lord. Yuri. Ah! Hi, Monica. Is something supposed to happen now? Okay. Oh. Hey, John. Why don't we step outside for a bit? Wow. Okay. This is not responding to my button presses. It's just kind of going on its own. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Haha, some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'll be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the room. Aw. See, now I feel bad for this asshole. She quickly runs away. Oh, dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. John, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We all know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president. I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me to be around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I just I just didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with John. It would be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I really don't have a choice, do I? Beer. I'm sorry for causing trouble, but okay. Well, let's just keep making her happy. Oh, damn it. Fear. Death. Vivid. Incongruent. Judgment. Unrequited. Graveyard. Massacre. Oh, damn it. Hopeless. Infinite. After image. Damn it. Alone. Existence. Destiny. Yay! Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, John. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little bit. Oh, God, excuse me. Yuri glances over her shoulder and looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at her desk, and surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think that we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you could be a bad person. And now that you're apologized, I know you really didn't mean it. John, don't say those kind of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little brighter with you around and, sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monika? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Geez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Oh my God, Monika said she would completely forget. Oh my god! Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyway, if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something. Yeah. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Haha. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey. Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. Then I was not. Nah. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of the time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must have not heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well as Monika. Ha, don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So, I'm still impressed. Well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometimes. That's... Monika looks at me. Well, I am working on a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Sorry. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, John. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean to put any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I suppose that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monika was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose not to bring anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. John, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Yeah, definitely. I planned on it anyway. Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful anyway, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath, then pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention one for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small pitcher of water from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then I'll get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Sorry, I'm like a little congested, so I end up breathing through my mouth, and that just like makes my throat dry. Oh my god, I'm apologizing so much. I'm just like Yuri. Just like Yuri. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. Nah, I might as well walk with you. That's okay, you stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for the misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? Oh god, just like Sayori. I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be is the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Yeah! Oh, yeah, Yuri's a cutter. Oh, yeah, sharp inhale. I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. John, do you like oolong tea? Ah, yeah. Oh, if you didn't catch any of that text, it was all reversing. All the text boxes were coming back to this point. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Oh, that was John. I did that last time. In any case, you'll be even more impressed. Ha, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little, humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a little bit of thinking, and I decided I would try to express myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who's around anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, John. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I'll watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. John, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Huh? Why's that? It's a little easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes, I have terrible reading posture. That's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. I have a small bag of chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup, holding it with my hand that's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Huh? Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have to any harder of a time reading from it. but as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Oh, hell yeah. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another one and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips, as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth, and just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Huh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. John... Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavy. I can't... John... Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. John, my heart won't stop pounding, John. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, John? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Hell yeah. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. Oh, her eyes. It makes me not even want to read. I just want to look at you. Oh, gay. Oh, those eyes. Dumb. It's time to share poems. Who should I show my poem to first? Obviously, Yuri. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? John, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really just wanted to give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. Mom spaghetti. That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, John. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just to hold it. I just want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, John? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed, but right now, I just want you to read my poem too, okay? Alright, let me get some water. There's some stains on the paper. Alright, let's... A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears and a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bolthead of holy snake. A bolthead of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox, breathing bolthead, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. I knew I liked Yuri the most. Nah, it doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. Uh, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really, really like the way that it writes, so I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we just pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. Who should I show my poem to next? Monica! John, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty excitable when she's around you, which shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I just think she gets some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing. Monica, you don't have to keep selling this to me. I'm into Yuri. But the point is, you've been kind of enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault, but I guess that's why I had to explain it to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Oh. Save me. The colors, they won't. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. An endless poem of meaningless. Delete her. Uh-oh. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing difficult decisions. And when that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. I can hear you, Monica. Anything. Please help me. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Natsuki! Yeah, just as I thought. John, come on. I'm not stupid. I know how much time you've been spending with Yuri. It's obvious that you care more about impressing her than to improve your writing. To put it bluntly, it's kind of pathetic. Why are you even in this club, John? Honestly, the thought of getting a new member would help get I thought getting a new member would help get everyone more involved together, not exclude each other even more. This is such a stupid activity anyway. Look, I'm not in a good mood today, and I just don't really feel like talking right now. Please go away. I've unlocked a special poem. Yes. I can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room. Oh. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today. So if everyone can come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Oh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Okay, so I'm looking at the time here. So I know it's not very climatic, but I think this is a good time to cut this episode off and get back for the next one. Remember, let's get me to 100 subs so that Xenogears. And good day, I love y'all, and we'll see you next time for more Doki Doki Literature Club on DTA Games. Bye!